James Helder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me, I've got none other than heavyweight boxer DILLIAN WHYTE. We're here in Brixton today, outside Miguel's gym. It's a little bit noisy, a little bit cold, but firstly, appreciate you making some time for us today, Dill.
That's cool, bro. You know me, I always make time for you, man. You man been there from the start, and you know, I like to drop the exclusive with AFL, but you guys are a day late today.
Well, better late than never.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on. It's been announced that you're going to face undefeated Lucas Browne, 25-0, on the 24th of March at the O2 Arena. The big fight that you wanted, the big attention that you need.
Yeah. You know, it's good. Finally, Lucas Browne's got his shit together and signed a contract. So yeah, you know, it's gonna be a good fight. You know, it's this kind of fight I've been looking for. You know me. You know, I seem to always perform better under the heat. You know what I mean? So, Lucas Browne say he's gonna come and fight. Let's hope he actually come and fight like Robert Elenius, who said he was gonna come and fight and come and run. So it should be a great fight.
Saw some quotes online from Lucas Browne today saying that he's gonna come over and tuck you in, that you won't pose much of a threat to him. What do you make of those comments?
The only thing Lucas Browne is tucking into is a fucking burger, mate. That's it. That's all he looks like he's been tucking into. You know what I mean? Listen, he's fighting, he's up for the fight, he's motivated. I'm glad he's speaking in such way. And he's got the demeanour he have, you know what I mean? It means to say he's coming to fight and he's coming to win, and that's what the fans want to see me in his fights, where other guys want to win and not just want to survive. So, you know, it's good that he believed that, and it's good that he's talking that way, you know. That kind of talk is good, it's good, you know what I mean? It's good, you know what I mean? It means there's going to be a proper fight and he's coming to fight. So, I'm actually glad he's saying stuff like that, you know, he's trying to maybe motivate himself or whatever he's trying to do, you know.
Lucas Browne, 22 of his wins are coming by the way of KO. He's been in with some pretty decent fighters so far. What do you think of the opposition and level of opposition that Lucas Browne's faced?
He's fought 22 penises and he's knocked them out. You know, he fought 22 untattooed penises and knocked them all out. You know, that's it. Listen, he fought good guys, you know what I mean? But let's be honest, he struggled with an old, fat, out of shape Chagayev who is 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot, and weighed 18 stone or whatever. He struggled with an ancient Julius Long. Julius Long's 1,000 years old or something, and he struggled with an ancient James Toney who gave him a lot of problem. Clearly he's got a lot of power. He's 25-0, which means he hasn't tasted defeat yet, and he'll come with a lot of confidence, and he's extremely deluded, which makes him dangerous. He thinks he's better than what he is, and he thinks that he's a world beater. So when a man believes that, it makes him very dangerous. So I got to approach a fight properly and take it properly and get my training right and deal with him and treat him like a serious contender, you know. So that's how I'm taking it, and I respect his power and what he's done. Let's be honest, even if you fight 25 bombs and you knock 23 of them out or whatever, it still takes some going. So congratulations to him and well done and all that, but that streak ends here.
Did you happen to watch his win against Ruslan Shagayev out in Chechnya? And if so, what did you make of that performance, having stopping him in the 10th round?
I watched it. It was good, but it was also on the super serum then as well. You know what I mean? He failed the test straight away. It was on the serum then as well, but you know, it was a good fight. Chagayev was battering him, and Chagayev made a mistake. Chagayev was winning, and Chagayev got comfortable and just walked into big punches. And if you're fighting anybody over 13 stone, weighs 6 foot plus, you can knock anyone out, and that's the problem Chagayev made. But also, Chagayev dropped him. Chagayev was rocking him and dropping him, and Chagayev is that annoying puncher. When was the last time Chagayev knocked someone out? You know, and Chagayev had Lucas Browne in all sort of bothers and all sort of problem, you know. So there's pros and cons to the fight. I see a lot of weakness in his game in that fight, and I also see his strengths as well. You know what I mean? He just wants to swing that big right hand all the time. He pauses his left hand, he throws a little light left hook, and he just wants to swing the big hefty right hand, you know. So he just you know what Lucas Browne is? He's a big bully. You know, like when he was a kid, he used to go to the rave and there was always that big bouncer that was just juiced out of his mind, that he saw his cause problem for no reason. That guy, every week he go to the rave, that guy would just be angry. Every week he'd be like, bro, why are you always angry, bro? Why are you always angry? You know the big one that's just bang weights and just got loads of tattoo and think he's a bad man? That's Lucas Browne. That's him all over, you know what I mean? That's him. You know, he fights like a bully, he acts like a bully, and he looks like a bully. He's always looking intimidating in pictures, shaved head, loads of tattoo, with his mascara on and whatever to make his eyes look more intimidating. And you know, have you ever pictured seeing him? He's trying to look hard. I'm like, bro, You're a tattooed penis. You don't need to look hard. You're already hard, you know. But you know, so yeah.
Since the win against Ruslan Chagayev, he beat Matthew Greer, stopped him in a couple of rounds.
I think you can knock out Matthew Greer, James.
So
I think you knock out Matthew Greer.
Much away from that victory.
Yeah, no disrespect. No disrespect, obviously. James shot corn, but still, I think you'll knock out Matthew Greer. Matthew Greer, he's been knocked out, what, 22 times or something? You know, and rightly so. That's what Matthew Greer is a punching bag with legs, let's be honest. You know, what do you take from, that's like me beating, who could I compare it to now? Beating a real rubbish journeyman or something. You know, what can you take away from that? Nothing. You can't take nothing away from that. You have to look at the fights where he actually fought live opponent, and he haven't really fought anyone live. The few people he fought live is Richard Towers. Towers is a good fighter as well, but
14-0 when he boxed Towers.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Towers was a good fight when he fought Towers, but you know, obviously Towers had a lot of problems, as you could see in that fight. I don't know what was going on. And who else is, you know, his best fighters is Towers, James Toney, Russian Chagayev. And James Toney was Asian, and James Toney was rocking him in a fight regular, buzzing him left, right, and center. You know, Russian Chagayev was Asian, Russian Chagayev did the same thing to him. You know, he's coming to fight someone who's young and hungry, and who, listen, he thinks he's gonna knock me out. I can honestly say to Lucas Browne, work on something else, bro, because you're not gonna put me away with 1 or 2 punches, bro. No way, no way. No way.
You was involved in one of the best British heavyweight title fights in a long time with Derek Chisora. Are you expecting the Lucas Browne fight, with the way you fight, the way Lucas fights, to be that kind of night?
You know, I stopped expecting things from guys now. I just train and get ready now. Whatever they come with, I deal with it, because, like I said, that Elenius fight, I trained for Elenius to come forward and stay and try and do work and try to knock me out, like he said. And Elenius came and spent the whole 12 round running, you know what I mean? The only time he showed any form of wanting to fight was in the first round, and after that was it. So heavyweight boxing is bullshit, let's be honest. Heavyweight boxing is bullshit, you know what I mean? Heavyweight boxing is, a lot of people do a lot of talking, a lot of people say they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, but it's bullshit. And when it comes to the fight, these guys don't want to fight, you know what I mean? These guys say, yeah, I'm gonna come and fight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then when the actual fight happens, they don't do what they say they're going to do, or they don't show the ambition, or they start showing the ambition, they start getting in touch, and then the whole demeanor change. So let's see what happens, you know, let's see. Hopefully, I love those kind of fights, you know me, you know, my team hates it because they know I got boxing ability and they like me to use the boxing ability, but, you know, I love those kind of fights. So those kind of fights I can thrive on, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a sick thing about me. The more you hit me, the more aroused I become, you know what I mean? You know, the more you punch me, the more aroused I become, and the more psyched up I become, you know, and then I just, you know, then the warrior just kicks into me.
Now, you got the W against Robert Elenius, but it wasn't the fan-friendly fight I know you would have hoped for.
You know what?
Have you got a message to Lucas Browne to make sure that this fight delivers?
Listen, the Elenius fight, what people forget is Elenius is one of the best fighters of my era. You know, people can say whatever they want. Elenius is a powerful guy, and Elenius is awkward. When a guy that's 6'8", 18 stone decide he don't want to get knocked out, he's going to survive, and he carries power, and he's got good boxing ability. Remember, Elenius is the only man that knocked out Sam Peter, Lemon Brewster, apart from Klitschko. He's the only man that knocked those guys out, you know what I mean? And he knocked those guys up when he was on form as well. So it's a good fight. Elenius has been in the Ring magazine for the past 4 or 5 years, top 10 you know, fighting. So, you know what I mean? And in boxing, people, like, these guys think, there's ways they just think, you know, I'm going to survive, pick up my money and go home. And that's what he did. He came there, you know what I mean? I tried, but he didn't give me the sort of dimension I need to make the fight what I needed to make it. But I pick up the win, I got the win. I outboxed him for 10, 11 rounds and won by 10, 11 rounds. When was the last time I've seen a heavyweight win 10, 11 rounds out of a heavyweight contest? When? Never. You know, I think maybe only Vladimir, but Vladimir was also, you know, Vladimir was picking and choosing the fights that he had, you know, so, you know, time the fights and pick them right.
Do you think you'll stop Lucas Browne? Do you think you can see
I think I will stop Lucas Browne, and I want to stop him, and I will stop him. I definitely want to stop him. I definitely don't want this fight to go the distance. I want to stop him, but you know what the thing is heavyweight boxing, you might come there and start getting hit and think, you know, I'm just going to try and survive, you know, I might just try, you know, so you never know with these guys, you never know.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on at the moment. We're expecting an announcement between Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker for the heavyweight unification clash. What are your thoughts on that one as a contest?
it's a good fight. Heavyweight boxing need fights. It's a fight that will draw interest, and any heavyweight fight that costs interest and it's a big fight, it brings life to the division. And I'm glad for fights like that. You know, what I mean, it's a good fight. 2 undefeated champion, but I think Joshua's gonna string him out. You know, I think Joshua's gonna. I can't see Parker bringing anything to the table that's gonna cause AJ any problem. To be honest, you know what I mean. Hopefully AJ trains properly and I underestimate him, but I can't see Parker bringing anything to the table. Parker just about scraped the victory with Carlos Takam. I thought he lost to Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? What's Parker's best 3 opponents? Andy Ruiz, Carlos Takam, and Yuri Fury. And he struggled against all of them, big time. You know, to beat Joshua, you need power and toughness and resilience. I'm not saying Parker hasn't got power, I'm not saying he's not tough, and I'm not saying he's not resilient. I'm just saying he hasn't got enough. Simple as that.
Would you spar Anthony Joshua, help out with sparring if the opportunity came about?
Why would I do that? Bro, you're talking rubbish, bro. You need to stop talking all this rubbish. No, I wouldn't do that. Listen, why would I help spar my competition to get ready for a fight? No. He's got to get ready, I've got to get ready. You know what I mean? Sky is potentially saying the winner of this fight could fight the winner of that fight. So, you know, that fight could be very close. You know, so why would I and listen, me and him make friends and we don't like each other, so I doubt, you know, the spar would just be a fight that we're not getting paid for. You know?
We've seen Amir Khan join forces with Eddie Hearn, a move that many people didn't think would ever happen. Quite a shock out the blue for many people. What are your thoughts on that decision? What
other choices he got? You know, remember Amir Khan's not young anymore. He can't go on the road and travel. He's got a wife, he's got kids now. So if he can stay in British style and train and have big massive fight in British style and maybe travel to America once or twice a year for big fights, then it's the right move. It's the smart and only move there is for him, you know what I mean? Sky is booming at the minute. Sky is where boxing is at, you know, so he did a smart move. And there's big fights, there's Kell Brook and who else is there from? There's another fight from Kell Brook and there's an up and coming guy that's a big fight for Amir Khan as well. I can't remember now, but I think
would you like to see Amir Khan in with Adrian Browne, as people have been speculating will be the case?
That's a good fight, but why not just have a one-more fight Kell Brook in late in the year? You know, why fight Adrian Browne? You know, that's a fight he could lose. That's a fight he could lose, you know what I mean? And I'm sure he won't get as much money fighting Adrian Browne as he will Kell Brook, but that's a massive fight. That's a boxing fight. That's a trade fight for the boxing fans. But him and Kell Brook, that's a proper fight for everyone. That will get the general public talking. And that's a 50-50 fight as well, I believe. I believe it's a very 50-50 fight. You know, and it's one that I would definitely be ringside for as well.
With Eddie Hearn moving into America with the Matchroom USA stuff, do you expect your brand and yourself to be involved in and maybe some future fights this year over in the States?
Yes, of course. Listen, you know, they're all saying, have gum shield will travel. I'll fight, you know what I mean? I'm a heavyweight, you know, I want to be the heavyweight champion of the world. So if I got to fight in another country to pick up experience as to win a version of the world title, I'll do it. Like all the other great fighters before me did. Lennox Lewis, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Josh Foreman, you know, all of those guys did it before me. So, you know, Mike Tyson, you know, all those guys did it for me. So I want to do the same, you know what I mean? I want to travel. I want to travel and do the same like all of those guys, you know what I mean? You know, it's great experience. Go to a different country, fight, meet other people, and also get a following of the British fans following you around and building up big following and big fights. You know what I mean? I definitely love to. I fought in America before, and I'll definitely go back there and do it again. I've even said to Deontay Wilder, if he won it, I would have come to America and fought him. I was meant to fight him when he fought. I said I would have come and fight him when he fought Bermain Stavern at the Barclays Centre, but you know.
Wiped out Bermain Stavern pretty convincingly. There's now talks of him facing Luis Ortiz. We're waiting on to see what happens with that, whether it will be signed over the line. Potential clash, Wilder-Ortiz. Who would you favour in that fight?
It's a 50-50 fight, man. Luis Ortiz is dangerous on paper, but he's been very inactive and he's 1,000,000 years old. And he hasn't fought anyone at top level in the past 2-3 years. Who has he fought at top level? Last 2-3 years he fought Melly Scott, Dave Allen, and that guy he fought the other day, Daniel Martz. And then before that he fought Jennings and who else? He haven't really fought them, but Wilder's been fighting at a high level and he's been fighting more regular as well. So I think his power can cause Wilder a problem because anyone hits Wilder in the whiskers, he can go down. But I think Wilder will be a bit more active and a bit more sharper because of the time he's been in the ring and stuff. And you know, But what I don't understand is, why is Wilder going to fight Luis Ortiz for $1 million when he can come here and fight me for $5 million? And he says I'm an easier fight, Luis Ortiz is a harder fight. I don't understand. Please, guys, tweet me, DM me, and explain to me why. I don't understand why. Can you explain to me? I don't get it. If I say to you, fight this kid for $5 million, or fight this so-called King Kong or whatever it is for $1 million, what are you gonna do?
If the World Boxing and Super Series next season decided to be a heavyweight competition, would you put your name in the hat and in the mix to be involved?
Listen, I'm a Sky fighter. I would love to do that. You know what I mean? Especially just to win the Muhammad Ali trophy and win the corn. There's a lot of corn in it as well.
Corn.
But I'm a Sky fighter, so I'd love to speak to Sky and speak to my promoter and see what they come up with. You know what I mean? You know, it's Super 6 should be on Sky. I'm surprised it's not on Sky, to be honest. Super 6 should be on Sky. The original one was on Sky, wasn't it? The Contenders?
Well, they're different they're different brands, different franchises, very similar sort of ideas.
They should do a heavyweight contender on Sky. I'll definitely into that. You know, the boxing was nice then. You know what I mean? You know that all these big fights was up there. Pavlik, Jermaine Taylor, Andre Ward, all of those guys are for Abraham. All those guys was in it. You know what I mean? We need stuff like that in boxing. It's exciting. That's why people complain about Conor McGregor, Mayweather. We need stuff like that in boxing. It's exciting. Anything that rises my sport, I support it.
You mentioned Conor McGregor. We've seen potentially that Dana White could be entering into boxing. What are your thoughts on that? Does it, as a boxer, what do you think when you see new promoters coming into the sport and new competition?
It's good. New promoter means more option, more choices, more money, different revenue, different promotion, different concept, different approach to boxing. So it's good. You know what I mean? It's great for boxing. You know, it's great for boxing. The more doors open in boxing, the better it is for fighters, because we all want to make a good living and we don't want to finish. We're seeing time and time again, fighters has finished their career, they're broke, they haven't got any money or anything, and they've made the money and they've been robbed. So the more opportunities to make good money and to have good career and to give fighters more limelight and bigger publicity and stuff like that, then I'm all for it, man. You know.
Coming back to the World Boxing Super Series, probably the pick of the quarterfinals, especially from a British point of view, is George Groves defending his world title against Chris Eubank Jr. Massive fight in February. Everyone's got an opinion on it. Talk to me firstly about the fight. How do you see it play?
You know what? It's a great fight. Chris Eubank Jr. is going to come out swinging like he always does. He knows no other way to fight. But I think where we'll come unstuck is George Groves will be bigger, and he's been super middleweight and probably walk around at light heavyweight his whole career. I sparred George Groves as a heavyweight. I sparred with him early in his career. I used to go down to booth and spar him and David Hay. And George's game. George doesn't care. He'll come out fighting. You know? Even against Shooting, you see he was getting battered and then he stopped him. So, but then also Chris Eubank's got so much speed. He's gonna. I believe he's gonna cause a lot of problem for George early. But I believe as the fight goes on and George settle down into it and start using his size and start tagging him with power, it may be, you know, I don't know, man. It's a hard fight to call. But if I had to pick a winner, I'll pick George Groves because he's the bigger guy and he's been super middleweight longer. But also, you know, Chris is gonna be hungry and Chris is gonna want to come out and have a shootout. So I don't know, man.
You had to pick a winner?
George Groves. I'd pick George Groves because only reason why he's more experienced super middleweight and he's had the learning fights to super middleweight and he's had the real hard fights to super middleweight. He fought Carl Froch, Badu Jack. Did he fight? He didn't fight Lucian Bute, did he? No, James DeGale did. Yeah. So he's got a lot of experience. You know what I mean? If he fought Glenn Johnson, all those old guys. You know what I mean? He fought, and Glenn Johnson was tough and he dominated him. You know what I mean? And he fought Chudinoff. He fought Martin Murray, so he's got the experience, you know what I mean? Even though Chris Eubank has been sparred George Groves, sparred Carl Froch, sparred all those guys, sparring's not fighting, so I give the edge to George Groves. But don't count Chris out, you know what I mean? You know, he's got lightning fast hands and he love a tear up.
Just announced as well, Callum Smith will be going out to Germany in his semi-final against Jürgen Bremer. What chances do you give?
I think Callum Smith smashes Jürgen Bremer. I think Jürgen Bremer is a good fighter, strong fighter, but I just think he's too old and he's got his hands in too much different pie now. By that meaning, he's a trainer now. I think he's trying to be a manager, a promoter or something now as well, I heard. So I just think he's not 100% focused on boxing, but never write off a old pro because these old pros are tricky, man. You know, these old pros are tricky. And, you know, Callum Smith, good fighter, but you know what I mean. Last time when the guy was jabbing a lot, there was some little problems there. So I don't know, but Joe Gallagher is a good trainer, and he always comes with a game plan. And when you're working with such a good canvas like Callum Smith, young, good, fresh canvas, there's so much you can do, and he's always us young guys always learning, always coming on. So we might fight one win, another fight, and the next fight it's like a complete different person. So, but I pick him to smash Yogan Brahim anyway, full stop. I think he stops Yogan Brahim inside 12 rounds.
So in your opinion, it will be a George Groves, Callum Smith final in the World Boxing Super Series?
Callum Smith, for sure. George Grove, Eubanks, I'm not sure. I'm hedging it towards George Grove, but you can't write Chris Eubanks off, you know what I mean? You know, the problem is Chris Eubank. Problem Groves will have is Chris Eubank is always in shape. He's always training. He seems to always be in weight all year round. You know what I mean? And he's young. He's younger and he's fresher, isn't he? But Groves has had the hard fights. But even though I do lean towards George Grove, it's hard to say definitely that he will be the winner. But I edge him to win by stoppage. I edge him to win by stoppage late rounds.
Long-term goals for yourself this season, plan for the 2018, give us your strategic goals.
I need to massage the tattoo penis a little bit and March 24th, beat him up, you know, get past Lucas Browne, and then, listen, there's lots of talk of potential world title fight, potentially fighting Wilder, potentially fighting the winner of Joshua Parker, but I'm not looking towards that. For me, every fight I have is as important as big as a world title fight. You know, these fights are big fights for me, because if I lose these fights, I can't get a world title. I have to win these fights. So these fights for me, every fight I've had my past 6-7 fights is all been the most important fights of my career. You know, they've been the most important fights of my career because I have to win them to move on. I can't move on unless I win these fights. So they're the most important fights for me. Lucas Browne is the next big fight. It's the most important fight of my career. I got to focus on that and get past that. And then after that, I'll sit down and I'll speak to Eddie and say, yeah, what's the plan? You know, it's about time. I'm due a world title fight now. I'm the highest ranked fighter outside of the champion. Look across the rankings. I'm ranked in every single one of the top 10s quite high outside of the champion. So, you know, it's about time I get a world title fight now and get a move on now, you know.
We've also got a big fight coming up in Lawrence OKOLIE taking on Isaac Chamberlain. Two domestic rivals signing to fight each other very early in their careers. How do you see that one playing out?
You know, it's such a good fight. It's an interesting fight. You have raw power versus skill and toughness. It's crazy. You got one guy that's 6'6", with powerful and young, early in his career. And you got Isaac, who is 6'3", 6'4", very skillful. Isaac's tested. Isaac's gone 10 rounds. He's been involved in a 10-round war. You know, Isaac's been getting licks up here in Miguel's by a big growing man for years. He's sparred a lot of guys, and he's tough. It's funny. It's skill versus power. This is the only thing of the fight. You have skill versus power. You know what I mean? I just hope Isaac doesn't get too emotionally involved and just keep his boxing skills going. And I edge him for the win simply because he's a Brixton man. We're a teammate. We're a teammate. And I also edge him because I've done rounds and rounds with him before, and I know that he's tough, and I just think he's been tried and tested. He's had 10-round wars, you know, and he stopped the guy that OKOLIE didn't stop he stopped a guy that OKOLIE didn't fight, so didn't stop. So let's see what happens, man. You know, it's such a good fight. You know what I mean? I'm very, very excited about that fight. You know what I mean? But I believe it's a 50-50 fight at the moment. I believe it's a 50-50 fight at the moment. I believe, you know, it just depends on who's got the best game plan or who can start getting off early.
What are you doing? Is that your shot? Is that your garage?
No, bruv, it's just bare madness is going on out here today, bruv. It's like people just, I don't know, man. People is just doing strange stuff out here today, bruv. I don't know.
What was your Christmas like anyway?
Christmas is alright, man. These people's made this interview weird, bruv. They just bare people just doing dumb stuff around, man.
Loads of people watching.
Yeah, it's just people who just not even that, but people who just walking by with masks on and helmets on and stuff. It just been a bit weird, bruv. This is Brixton. I gotta be in my P's and Q's out here, bro. I can't just sit down and just have an interview and talk. But anyway, Christmas is alright. You know what I mean? I'm not a massive Christmas person. I sit down and have a nice Christmas with my family and just chilled out, man. That's it. You know, spend New Year's with family and just chilled out, take it easy. You know, nothing major.
What part of the country was you in? Was you in Jamaica, Ireland, Brixton? Where was it? What family?
I was here, man. I was here, just relaxed, just here, saw a couple of people. You know, on Christmas, what I do, I just go around and see people and just drop off presents and money. That's all I do, bruv. You know, see the kids, see other people, drop their presents here, because I never know what to buy people at Christmas. I just put a little bit of cash in an envelope and just give it to them and get what they want, you know. And that's it, man. That's the best way. Word of advice to people. If you don't know what to get your people for Christmas, put a bit of money in an envelope, give it to them, and they'll get whatever they want.
Now, I'm assuming you're going to have tickets for your fight against Lucas Browne. Can people contact you via social media for tickets before the demand gets a bit too mental?
Yeah, well, I will have tickets. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking I'm gonna have to leave them somewhere, because I can't deal with tickets, 'cause I need to focus on training. So I will leave them somewhere, and I will let people know where they can go and pick up tickets from. You know, it'll be a couple of places, probably Loughborough in London, or maybe probably Loughborough and Brixton or somewhere else. So, you know what I mean? There will be like at least 3 or 4 points so you can get tickets from, whether you're from up north or from London or whatever. There'll be a few places you can actually just go and meet people. Or there'll just be tickets, so you just go and say whatever tickets you want, and we'll get it started. And there'll be ticket lines as well, obviously Matchroom, O2, and probably StubHub maybe, I don't know. So all the details of tickets will be released next week. You know, I think the presser is Thursday and the tickets go on sale, I think, Thursday as well, I think. So should be all, you know, everything should be easy to get hold of.
If you take care of business against Lucas Browne in March, are we going to see you back out in Argos?
Bruv, listen, it's all about August, bro. They got the New Year deals on. No. Of course, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I think Eddie wants to get me out 3 times this year. I want to get out 3 times this year. But at this level, there's not a lot of fights. After I fight Lucas Browne, who else was there for me to fight? It's only Joshua Wilder or maybe Dominic Brazil. There's no one else. There's not a lot of fights. And then it's like making the fights. You know, it's difficult at this level. I want to fight. People want to see me fight. But these guys that want to fight, are they pricing themselves far? Are they asking for a lot of money? And rightly so, because I'm a hard fight for any one of these guys. So rightly so, they're asking for high paychecks. However, I understand it's, as well as I am a fighter and I want to fight, I understand it's a business as well. No one want to get the head smashed in for nothing, you know. So it's difficult, but I want to get up 3 times this year and I'll do my best, you know what I mean? I want to stay as busy as I can. So let's see what fights we can make this year, you know. But definitely a world title fight, you know. It might come after this one, you know, who knows.
Dylan White, thank you very much for coming to IFL TV. Great to get you back on the channel, champ. And we look forward to hearing news regarding the press conference.
No worries, thanks, man. You know, it's always a pleasure. You know, the interview's been a bit weird today, guys, because there's been loads of people just knocking about and people doing strange stuff, man. But yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you.